Well, hello, my algebra students. So, since we have party here today and party here tomorrow, I'm going to make a video that both of you are going to watch either on Thursday or Friday. Now, here is the homework. This is due on Monday. It's page 105 to 106, 1 to 4, 13, 22, 22 to 26, and page 115, 15, 18, 20, 21, 27 to 29. This will count as two checks on Monday, two separate checks. Now, this, you got a lot done yesterday, so good. There you go. Freeze it and then copy down if you need to. I'll post it, hopefully. Now, we've already done this. You just replace the variable with the number. So this one, -3 plus absolute value of -4. Absolute value, remember, it always makes it positive once it's all simplified. So it'd be -3 plus 4. So that would be 1. Here, 3 times -3 minus 4 times -4. So 3 times -3 is -9 minus, now notice this is outside, so it doesn't change. 4 times -4 is -16. Absolute value of -16 is 16. But the minus is still in front of it. Does not change. So -9, -16, -25. So just going over a couple problems, but again, you've seen this before. Oh my goodness. Here, my pen just ran out of ink. Let me get a new one. Sorry about that. So this one, you'd have -3 times -4 when they're right next to each other. That means multiply. Minus absolute value, -3 times -4. So this would be 12 minus the absolute value of 12, because two negatives make a positive. And then absolute value, that means positive, so 12 minus 12, anything minus itself is 0. So to me, this is review. We've done this, just these are a little bit more involved. Now this is the new stuff, right here. This bottom part, that's not new either. So 2 of the 3 things are old. Now, whenever you have an absolute value equals a number, there's 2 parts to it. So remember, absolute value, if the inside is positive, you just drop the absolute value. So for example, absolute value of positive 10 is 10. Absolute value of positive 9 is 9. So first we take care of all the numbers when we put in for x causes this to be positive. So part 1, just drop the absolute value and write the problem. Then or, what if you take the inside is negative? So for example, absolute value -9. You need to take the opposite of -9 is 9. Absolute value -10, that's 10. So what you do now is, what if the x, you put in the number and it causes it to be negative? So you take the opposite. So these problems always have 2 parts to it. Get rid of the absolute value, do it, then take the opposite of the inside. So solve this, subtract 1, it's 4. 4 plus 1 is 5, yep. Take the opposite, x minus 1, negative x minus 1, excuse me. Add 1 to both sides, so the opposite of x equals 6. Take the opposite, so x equals -6. Let's try it. -6 plus 1 is -5. The absolute value is 5. So, it's absolute value with a variable inside. So if I say absolute value of 4, it's just 4. But if there's a variable inside, we have to break it up into 2 parts. X minus 2 equals 4, just write it. Or the opposite of x minus 2 equals 4. Kind of, don't know, I chopped that up a little bit. Chopped it up a little bit. Add 2, x equals 6. Then negative x plus 2 equals 4. Subtract 2, so negative x equals 2. So x equals negative 2. So negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. Absolute value is 4. 6 minus 2 is 4. Absolute value is 4. Yes! This one again. Absolute value equals a number. So I'm going to break it up into two parts. X plus 4 equals 6. Or take the opposite. The opposite of x plus 4 equals 6. Always. If you have a variable inside the absolute value. So x equals 2, subtract 4. Here, take the opposite, add 4, so negative x equals 10. Then take the opposite. So negative 10 plus 4 is negative 6. Negative 6 absolute value is 6. 2 plus 4 is 6. Absolute value is 6. So try one on your lonesome. X minus 1 absolute value equals 7. Go ahead, do it right now. Turn me off, turn me on. Okay, good. So here we go. Okay. First I write it, but just drop in the absolute value. Take care of the case when I put the number in for x causes this inside to be positive. Or take care of the case when I put the number in for x causes the inside to be negative. You take the opposite. So here, add 1 to both sides. X equals 8. And here, distribute negative is negative x plus 1 is 7. Subtract 1, negative x equals 6. Take the opposite, that's negative 6. So negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7, absolute value 7. 8 minus 1 is 7, absolute value 7. Yay! Now we've done this before. These are called proportions. That's when you have a fraction equal fraction, you just cross multiply. These times these, that's 2x equals these times these. Bottom times the top of the other one, that's 3. So x equals 3 halves. Cross multiply, that's 2x equals 6. Divide by 2, x equals 3. Here, cross multiply, 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times x plus 1, I'm going to skip a step here and just distribute it. So subtract 5, that's 7. Divide by 5, whee! 7/5. Try this one on your lonesome right now. Do it. Okay, good. So 4 times x plus 1 equals 3 times x. So we would have 4x plus 4 equals 3x. So subtract 4x. Hey, get the x one side, numbers on the other. So 4 equals negative x. Divide by negative 1, we get negative 4. Woohoo! Try one more, my peeps. Do x plus 1 over 6 equals x minus 2 over 7. Can't make it much harder than that. Go ahead. Okay, hey, fraction equals fraction. If you just have one fraction equals one fraction, cross multiply. So it'd be 7 times x plus 1. These times these, and this times this equals 6 times x minus 2. So it'll be 7x plus 7 equals 6x minus 12. So subtract 6x. That'd be x plus 7 equals minus 12. Subtract 7. X equals minus 19. Good. So, 2 assignments due on Monday. Here it is. I'm going to try to post it if I don't forget. This is part 1. This is part 2. Both are due 2 checks. Make sure you label your homework too, which one's which. Good. Probably finish it in class, I hope. Test on Tuesday will be the last test of the quarter. Wow, that got dark, didn't it? Sorry about that. Last test of the quarter is Tuesday, and that will have a few problems from the old buddy quiz, and then this new stuff, won't be huge. Have a good day.